All right, here I am. First time out with little guy Lover here. Been working on his skills for the past week, so now I'm taking him out, seeing how he is, seeing how he takes direction. But a couple of thoughts right now. First thought's gonna be paying attention to the small moments and holding a lot of value to the small moments. So an example is gonna be yesterday we had one of our alumni check in, and dog gets out of the car and really just drags the owner, to us. Just drags him. Same dog is, pushy, can be reactive, showing attitude towards people, maybe other dogs. So as we start, breaking things down a little bit more, breaking down our understanding, I said, well, what about the way she got out of the car and kind of really was dragging you? How do you feel about that? And the owner said, well, it was really ridiculous, honestly. Like, it was ridiculous what she did. And I said, okay, well, that's great, right? That means that you have an expectation, right? And he's like, well, yeah, I expect her not to do that. And I said, okay, well, you can't allow it to happen then. And I felt that it was allowed to happen because maybe the dog was pulling towards us. And that happens a lot. A lot of time you'll justify and you'll let the dog do something because, oh, that's their favorite person, or they're excited to see the dog, or, again, it could be that the dog, they think, oh, it's okay, it's just going towards, the trainer, or whatever it is. And so I think the moment that if you have an expectation, and the moment that expectation is not met, and you don't communicate that, is the moment that you no longer have an expectation, right? So you must pay attention to those small moments and communicate that expectation every time, because the moment you do not is the moment it's no longer an expectation. All right, and so this is really just part of consistency. That's part of being consistent with your expectations. And in reality, I really feel that moment right there of your dog just kind of really throwing everything out the window in terms of, maybe what you're wanting from them, and doing all of that behavior, which I'll break it down, because really what that is lack of impulse control, lack of patience, lack of self-control, not minding leash manners, maybe taking advantage of a little bit of freedom you give them. That's really what's happening. It's not that the dog is dragging you, it's those things. And so we're also talking about a dog that's been taught those things at a very high level, right? So it's okay to hold them accountable for those behaviors or those things, okay? Impulse control, patience, self-control, leash manners, it's been taught, right? So the moment, again, those small moments matter, okay? Because if I can drag dad towards these people, then I can probably react to a dog and lunge and bark and react, okay? So what I liked through that conversation was that finding out that the owner actually thought, well, that was unacceptable, right? And so the idea is, well, we need to communicate that was unacceptable. So we should have brought her to a stop. We should have checked the pulling. We should have got her focus back to us and got her to start thinking again. So really what she just wasn't thinking. So small moments matter, and communicating your expectations matter, and being consistent with those expectations to eventually build those expectations as a habit, right? Like, it's gonna be a habit that anytime we're on the leash, I don't want you to lunge and pull out and, have a lack of impulse control and patience and self-control. Like, those are habits that you're gonna be wanting from your dog. It's a habit to have patience, have self-control, and whatnot, okay? So the moment that you don't communicate that is the moment that it's no longer an expectation.